Let's recap Sony's fuck-ups for the past few weeks, shall we? Sony has just announced that they are moving away from physical media. And the backlash is immense.
I mean, that should have been obvious.
This ended up having a backlash so massive that people have also decided to do a PS blackout or boycott. Now, level with me here. If you guys are one of the people that are watching charge of this blackout and somehow you stumbled on this video, congrats, okay? But listen, a week is not going to cut it. If you really want to hit them where it fucking hurts, you need to go straight to the fucking gut. I'd say about 2 to 3 months. Let's see how they react for 2 to 3 months. So find it amusing that that Sony's CEO, Hiroki Totoki, has just sold $4.8 million worth of shares before this announcement goes public. And I'm thinking, okay, well, this guy knew something about it and decided to take a nosedive right before everything went to hell in a handbasket.
Like,
if you thought the news about them discontinuing digital physical copies of discs was the end of it, you'd be mistaken, because it has now been reported that Sony is now canceling people's accounts if they do not log in within 3 years.
If you thought PlayStation planned to phase out physical discs was bad, their updated terms of service reveal a new policy that is an absolute nightmare for digital ownership. PlayStation can now straight up delete your account if you aren't active enough. According to their own official rules, if you haven't logged into your account for 36 months, Sony will mark it for deletion. They claim they'll send an email giving you 6 months to log in and save it, but if you miss that warning, your account is permanently closed. And once it is, you lose access to every single digital game you ever paid for. Think about how insane this is. Imagine buying hundreds of dollars worth of games, taking a break for a few years because life gets busy or you switch to PC, only to find out your entire library was wiped out because you didn't check into Sony's dashboard like a subscription service. You aren't a consumer to them anymore. You're basically renting permission to play things you already bought. Between deleting inactive accounts and pushing for a diskless future, PlayStation is proving exactly why people are losing faith in digital storefronts.
I don't know, I think people would be pissed off as it is with that, just that alone. Oh, that was in a different country. I don't give a shit. The fact that you introduced it at all is enough to really ring alarm bells. Ding, 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 ding. Okay? If they brought the age verification bullshit from the UK and brought it down here, they're going to bring this fucking policy down here too. All right? You're not going to escape that fucking reality of this, okay? I believe the term we're looking for is the domino effect, the slippery slope. The more you let this shit go on, the worse it's going to get. And what's funny to me is while all this shit was going down, people have been memeing the shit out of PlayStation so far, and have been silent after this crazy announcement that they've done.
I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. Joey, calm down. Get a hold of yourself. Calm down. Everything's gonna be all right. Crazy one. Everything's gonna be all right.
And then they come back months later or weeks later and say, here's a controller with no buttons.
What?
Let me explain. Over the past few weeks, Sony has been making a lot of bad decisions. Whether it's the announcement of the removal of physical games come 2028, then completely ignoring the criticism, or the PSN network going down for an entire day, which then led people to not be able to play their digital games. How ironic. And now there's been a leak that Sony is looking to make a controller with no physical buttons.
Oh! God! Oh, that was right through the big toe.
Hey, Barry, do you have a crowbar? A crowbar with a nice little... Make sure you sharpen it, please. It's always best to get rid of the stupid while it's still festering inside a small little bubble and contamination. Then we get Sony confirming that they know that the backlash is immense, but they still don't care.
Sony says discontinuation of disc won't have negative impact on its business now or in the future.
You want to bet, Sony? Because I can guarantee you this isn't going to fit well for you. The real problem is the arrogance of Sony. The last time they were arrogant, they were paying for it by bowing down and apologizing to the gamers. And here's a little prediction. They're going to be doing it again really, really soon if that's their mindset.
Future. We're not seeing any impact on our business as of now.
Of course not, dumb fuck. It's still going to remain high until you release the PS6, or once you get rid of discs. Once that happens, watch everything drop off like a 10-foot pole. You're going to really regret this decision sooner rather than later. And for those who are thinking that this whole physical and digital shit, that's the difference of night and day. There's so many digital games that were sold. No, those were most likely DLCs from games people bought in the past. Because I know that people still buy DLCs for those games. I remember there was a gamer that took it upon himself to release data showing people bought physical copies over digital. And the only reason people are buying digital copies is because you're not giving them an option to buy physical. If you compare some of the games that have both physical and digital, you'll see the physical copies are being sold more than the digital. So once those games, those physical copies go, your revenue goes along with it. Oh, Sony's arrogance. You know, when you come up with your next console, nobody's going to buy those consoles, by the way. We have more benefits on PC, and even Xbox is doing something with discs now. So, like, I heard something about them you buy a game off their store and you can copy it to a fucking disc or something. That's cool. The only thing that's missing is games and, I don't know, not censoring your fucking games. They're really going in the right direction, but they need to trim the fat with the DEI crap. Shit can the fat liberal Karens and you might have something going. You get like people saying, oh, well, digital's the future now. Alright, cool. I can just go to Steam from here on out. I get more benefits anyway. Free mods, online multiplayer, no fucking subscription needed. And emulation. All of these games and old games that I could play on from PS2 era, I could play on my fucking PC. No subscription, no plus required. And you know, I much rather have a PC than to buy consoles every 5 years just to keep up with the latest games. You don't have that problem with PC. And if people are... For those people that are really looking forward to this all digital PS5 shit, you better think, okay? Use your brain.
If you are a digital-only platform, why the fuck would anyone choose you over Steam? Like, genuinely. You have a worse store. You shut down your stores, too. You literally just shut...
Imagine 5 years down the line and they discontinue the PS5. You can't get a PS6 because it's too fucking expensive. $1,000 for say. And Sony's telling you, you upgrade when we want you to upgrade. Otherwise, we lock your games from your library, even if you paid for it. We lock your games behind a paywall. And then they tell you if you want access to those games you previously bought, you're going to have to go upgrade to the PS6 in order to gain access to them, to get them unlocked just to play them. With the amount of greed that Sony has been oozing for the past few months, you know that's the route they're going to go. And so it begins. Go to hell, Sony.